everyone, I am Ashley Overturf, and this is my daughter Peyton, and we want to tell you what are essential oils, how to use them, and if they are safe.
Mama, what are essential oils?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Peyton. Essential oils are actually the lifeblood from a plant. They can be distilled from a resin of the tree, or a rind, or from the stem of the flower, and they are wonderful, wonderful resources that actually take, just like our blood, that takes the oxygen to every cell of our body. It also does that same thing for the plant that it comes from, and it is distilled many different ways. And the company that we use, Young Living, actually distills it as a really high standard, and to get the most use out of this wonderful essential oil. And how we actually use these essential oils are 3 different ways. The first way is aromatic, and Peyton's going to show you one way. She's going to take a drop of frankincense, and she is going to put it in her hand, and you can cup it over your nose, and you can inhale it that way. I'm going to show them. And another way is you can put it into a really warm bowl of water, and you can drop a few drops of oils that way, and that can bring out the aroma of the essential oils. And we actually like to do this with a towel, especially if we need upper respiratory support, and take a towel and put it over our heads and over the really warm water with the essential oil in it. Another way that you can get the effects aromatically is by diffusing, and using a diffuser with cold water and putting a couple of drops of the essential oil in that will release the beautiful aroma of the essential oil. So that is aromatic. The second way is topically. You can just like put in a drop in your hand. You can also add a carrier oil as well, depending on how hot the oil, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But you can put it on topically and support whatever area that needs support. So for instance, if I have like a sore area on my arm and I need extra support, I can put peppermint or Panaway over that area with a carrier if I choose to. Now I talk about a carrier, and that is referring to a high fatty oil like olive oil or grapeseed oil or coconut oil that actually is heavier, and it dilutes the essential oil, because the essential oils are actually really tiny molecules, and this actually stretches the molecules of the essential oil and allows it to go over a larger area, or it dilutes it enough where if you are sensitive to that oil, especially if it is a hot oil like peppermint or cinnamon or clove, there tend to be hotter oils and tend to be more of a spicier or a tingly feeling on your skin, then you would use a carrier oil to help with that, to help not be as sensitive to it as well. You can also put them in roller bottles. We love to put ours in roller bottles. We usually put like thieves, like 10 drops of thieves in a 10 milliliter roller bottle with some carrier and some oregano, and we will roll that on the bottom of our feet. Using your feet is a great option, especially if you do tend to have sensitivities to hotter oils, because our feet actually have spots on them called vital points that actually send it to certain areas of our body. So like the big toe, actually you can put whatever, if you want to support the brain, you can put whatever oil there, and it will actually send it to support the brain that way as well. And then of course you can also use the roller bottle, or you can put it on the area of choice that you need as well. The last use that we can use it is internally, and I actually only suggest Young Living, because only Young Living has such a great seed to seal promise. They even have their own Vitality oil line, and these are actually in a white label comparative to our dark labeled essential oils. And why are they different? Because the FDA does not see that a internal direction on a bottle should be on the same bottle as a aromatic or a topical instructions as well. So even though these are labeled completely differently, this one has aromatic and topical instructions, and this one has internal instructions. They're the exact same oil. Okay, they just have two different labels because the FDA does not approve to have all the instructions on one label. And Young Living's the only one that I suggest to use their Vitality to ingest. And we love using our oils internally, especially like in our teas or our water. We love adding lemon Vitality to our water or our tea, along with some thieves in our green tea, especially if we need a pick-me-up at the end of the day. So we talked about how to use them. We talked about a little bit about safety. I will finish this up with, don't ever, please don't ever put essential oils in your eyes or in your ears, okay? If you do for some reason get them in your eye, make sure you rinse with a carrier oil, whether it be olive oil or grapeseed or coconut, because if you put water in it, water will actually intensify the oil and cause a more burning sensation. So please be careful when you're applying around your eyes and around your ears as well, and try not to get them in your ears. So I hope that was helpful. Please comment below if you have any questions, and y'all have a good evening and finish the class. All right, bye y'all.